Alright, you guys, so the last review of Halloween Horror Month. I know, October's gone by really, really fast. Yeah, so today we're talking about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Alright, so if you watched my last review, you know that I'm a fan. I'm actually a fan of the Rob Zombie Halloween 1. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, that's a much different story entirely. Alright, so the plot of this movie. It's about 1 to 2 years later, depending on which version of the film you watch, theatrical or director's cut, it changes. It doesn't matter. But the beginning of the movie starts off immediately where the last one ended. And I will say that stuff was cool. I like the whole taking Laurie to the hospital and Michael going around the hospital killing all the nurses and shit. I like that. And then it, picks up a year later. And that's when this movie goes downhill fast. Now, imagine my surprise when I hate this movie, because like I said, I really enjoyed the first Rob Zombie's Halloween movie. And this Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 was the first Halloween movie that I got to see in the theater. And so I was really, really excited. I'm like, yeah, this movie's going to be awesome. And I'm like, this movie's going to be fucking awesome. And it fucking wasn't. Yeah. So we see Laurie Strode, who's now living with Annie, because Annie survived. Which I'm never mad to see more Danielle Harris, but alright, fine. Annie survived, no big deal. She's living with Annie and Sheriff Brackett, who's once again played by Brad Dourif in the movie. And, in this movie, Annie and Laurie have kind of switched roles from the last one. The last one, Annie was kind of the, I want to go party all the fucking time, and, Laurie's like, I'm just going to stay here and babysit. So, in this movie, they're the complete opposite. Now Laurie is the one who wants to go out and party, and Annie is the one who's like, nah, I'm just gonna fucking stay home and eat, pizza with no meat on it. And, Brad Dourif is the best comeback for that. He's like, why don't we just tell him just to give us some cardboard? Cardboard's got a lot of fiber. So, I will say, Brad Dourif in this movie is still great. Brad Dourif is one of the only good things about this movie that kind of helped. Brad Dourif was pretty much the one who kind of helped me get through this movie. So thank you. Thank you, Brad Dourif, for putting me through this. It's not your fault. You're still cool in the movie. But yeah, Scout Taylor Compton, I liked her in the last one. Can't fucking stand her in this one. Her acting was really, really awful. She overacted way too much in this movie. It could have been bad writing, but she's all like, I don't want Haldol, I want my prescription! Fuck you. What the fuck? Are you 6? Are you 6 years old? Okay, I know, you're probably thinking to yourselves, well, Laurie's been through some shit. Alright? Her brother was almost killed her and stuff like that. I get it, but why the fuck you gotta act like a 6-year-old? That I don't understand. They only meet Dr. Loomis in this movie. And much like Laurie Strode, Dr. Loomis, I love Dr. Loomis in the first Rob Zombie's Halloween movie. This movie, I can't fucking stand him. Malcolm McDowell is a good actor. I don't have a problem with his acting in the movie. It's the way that he was written. So, basically, this is one of the few times I'm going to say, fuck you, Rob Zombie. What the fuck did you do to Dr. Loomis? Because now he's promoting his new book, and he's an arrogant asshole now, and he's like, I want tea with hot lemon. I want it hot, scalding hot, with a lemon in there, or whatever the fuck he says. Who fucking gives a shit? It's like, dude, calm the fuck down, shut the fuck up. It's fucking stupid. And so, yeah, the direction they took with Dr. Loomis in this movie was fucking terrible. But let's talk about our main man, Michael Myers. Michael Myers is now a hobo. He is. He's got this long-ass Rob Zombie-looking beard, and he's got his hood up. He doesn't have the mask on for, I'd say, 90% of the movie. No, I'll go 85% of the movie. He doesn't even wear the mask. It's like, okay, it's not really scary. You're just a big hobo. Like, you're a huge hobo. That's all you are, man. But he still plays Michael Myers as best as he can. I understand that this is the way it was written and this is his job. He's supposed to act it out. I get it. So I'm not going to fault you for that because, Michael Myers doesn't really say anything. He doesn't. So all you got to do is walk and make yourself a little scary. And he did, but it's just, he needs the fucking Michael Myers look. He does. So he's searching for Laurie and whatnot. And he's having these visions of like this white horse and his mom, telling him to bring us home, Michael, and like a younger version of himself, which is not played by the same kid from the first one. I guess the other kid got too big to play the part again. Which I gotta say, I didn't like the kid in the first one. Daeg Faeric is how you pronounce his name, I think. But the kid in this one was fucking worse. He was even worse. So I would have rather had the kid from Halloween 1 back in that part. I understand though why I couldn't get him. No big deal there. But like that kid was awful. It was nice to see Sheri Moon Zombie back in this movie. I figured we would see her back. The way she came back in this movie was stupid. It was plain dumb. Maybe for one, like how the movie opens when it's like that flashback scene of when Michael's in the insane asylum and she's telling him about the white horse and stuff like that and all that. That was fine. I was fine with that. That's all the Sheri Moon I needed in this movie. Just one quick little look at her in this new footage and whatnot, and that was it. And then not only is Michael Myers having visions and nightmares and shit like that, no, Laurie Strode's having visions and nightmares of her going around killing people. Like she has this vision where she kills Annie, and Annie, I was like, okay, I get it, you're blood related, and you've been through some shit, maybe that's why it's all coming up now, and you're all fucked up and whatnot, but why did that need to be there? I don't understand why. It felt like it was trying to build up to something that never happened. It didn't build up to anything. There was no end game for that. So I do want to talk about Danielle Harris's Annie in this movie, because like I said, they switched roles, and while I liked her as the slutty chick, I like her as the voice of reason in this movie. She's basically telling Laurie, look, you're out of fucking control, alright? I tried to help you. You're not the only one who's been through shit. Remember, I was there that fucking night too, and I almost died that night more than you. In fact, I was stabbed. I was penetrated with that fucker's knife. You need to calm the fuck down. If I can do it, you can do it. I'll help you out, but you don't want my fucking help, so fuck you, is basically what she's doing the whole movie. And I'm like, alright, Annie's the voice of reason in this movie. Respect. You get some cool cameos in here from Chris Hardwick and Weird Al Yankovic. So, that was funny, I guess, for a minute. Brad Dourif in this movie, like I said, he was about the only good thing about this movie. And then this is the this is the point where Laurie finds out that she is really Angel Myers. And she is the sister of Michael Myers, and that's why Michael's going after her and stuff like that. And she gets pissed and, peels out and shit like that. So, I'm like, I get it. But the way I see it, in the first Rob Zombie's Halloween movie, he's not trying to kill her most of the movie. He's trying to track her down, and when he captures her and he takes her to his fucking house or whatever, and he takes that picture out of them as babies, and she's like, I don't know them. He's basically saying, look, I'm your brother. That's you. That's me. We're a family, and I want to be a family again, and I didn't want to kill you. And then she starts beating his ass. Like she does. She starts beating his ass, and then that's the point where he gets pissed off and wants to kill her. In this movie, it looks like, obviously he has plenty of chances to kill her, but he doesn't kill her. He picks her up and carries her away because Mommy told him to. Mommy said, bring us home, Michael. We need to be a family again. And it's like, what the fuck? You can just do the route of the first movie where you can have like that subtle thing in there but never mention that. Like, I thought it was handled fine in the first movie. But no, in this movie's a mess. I don't know what the fuck happened here. The ending, so there's this like standoff thing, all the police are there, and Brackett's there, Loomis shows up, and Brett, he's pissed off because Loomis revealed all this information that Loomis said that he would keep a secret. But no, Brackett's like, I want to fucking shoot him. I want to shoot you so bad. I want to shoot him. I want to fucking shoot him. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Don't worry. But then there's a standoff of like them in the shack, and like Laurie gets shot, Michael Myers gets killed, and it's like, really, this is the fucking end of it. This was your vision, Rob Zombie. You were doing fine in the first one, in my opinion. This one's a fucking mess. I fucking hate this movie. I do. Which one do I hate more, Halloween Resurrection or Halloween 2, Rob Zombie?